Hey Marvel Strike Force, we're coming in today with a hot take. We're gonna throw out the conspiracy theory. I think the item economy is about to get tactical nuked. As you can see, I've got the uniques pulled up on the screen. We saw this week a decline in our events. We've seen a decline in the battle passes. We are starting to see some new offers coming up, and I want to dig through all of that, talk about it, the implications, the Intel store that's about to launch, and kind of dig through all of this and decipher what I think's about to happen. If this is stuff you're interested in, please thumbs up the video. Come like and subscribe. Come tell me what you think. But let's dig in. As you can see, I've got the uniques pulled up on the screen. Most of them, I'm sitting right around 100. I've got a few low balls like the Crimson Carbonadium, and I probably butchered that. But most of them I'm sitting around 100, which is right around one. It's about 2 characters worth of gear. It takes 43 to upgrade a character for G19 and G20 unique, so that's not a lot, right? We had G20 launch. We should be getting more because we have to progress further. But I don't think that's what's happening. I think they're about to create scarcity, and I'm going to show you guys why I think that's happening. Let's dig into it right now. First step is we're going to go look at the shop. Let's look at offers. I was looking through the offers today, and we've started to see some new stuff pop up. One, we're seeing these chain offers for training materials and purple ion and ISO. Put that in the back of your mind for now. We're not going to talk about that one when we get to events. I think they've made some changes. Let's keep going. G20, these are the horrible offers that are super expensive. Let's keep rolling. Here's the first one. So this is Chapter 1 Prep. These are Chapter 1 Prep, I think is referencing the Age of Annihilus. I'm pretty sure it is. And one thing you'll notice is they're still offering the G20 pieces, but they're now offering us uniques. That's important to know. What else are they doing? They're now selling us offers for 33 uniques for the entire team at $25. I think they were doing this before, but I'm not 100% certain. That's also a weird breakpoint because, like we just said, 43 is to upgrade both spots. That's 33. You have to buy it twice. I don't know. So, don't know what they're doing there. What else? Old Man Logan. They're also selling the uniques. They're also selling the minis. I think that's important to notice. What else? I think the only other one I wanted to show you was this one down here. It looks like it rotates every 12 hours. And again, selling the uniques. I think that they are cutting back the uniques that they're offering to us in game because I think they are trying to monetize it. I think they are trying to claw back G19's availability. And before we go in game, let's go look at the Intel store and what they talked about. I pulled this blog up and I wanted to kind of talk about it. You know, we've talked about the conversion rates, and there's some questions in there that they didn't really answer, and this blog didn't tell us like anything. There's a couple pieces in here that I wanted to talk about. One, I had the sneaking suspicion that they are about to mess with the character cadence and not tell us. So throw that in the back of your mind for a little bit. That's not where we're going with this video. And I think that because of the battle pass last week, where we saw the battle pass not have a character shard, but instead had just uniques, which is another piece on why I think uniques are about to get scarce. But you can see they want new shards, diamond top tier characters, gear tier 19 and 20, L4 training mats, purple ISO, T4 abilities. They want all of this to be the pinnacle of the Intel store, right? Well, how do you monetize any of this in the Intel store when you have G20 competing against it? This is the only one that upgrades your overpower tier to the next level, right? So why do I want anything other than G20? Well, if I can't equip G20 because I don't have gear tier 19, that's how you make gear tier 19 valuable, right? I don't think it's possible to make this one feel good. I think this is just a short-term fix for what feels like a waste of credits. I think this never feels good. They do this by stargating. We'll see if they do that. I'm curious. I think everything down here feels bad. Maybe this one if they have requirements, but these ones, like, I just don't see it. Um, I don't see a good progression system about to happen with this Intel store, and I'm just being honest. I feel like what's going to happen with the store is it's artificial scarcity. Um, and we're going to jump in game and take a look at why I think that's going on. And we are going to start it not in the milestone section, but in the command center. Let's go look at the command center. This was our week-long event for the solo. And there's nothing here. There's no gear, there's no training materials, there's no ISO, there's no ions, there's no diamonds. There's a little bit of gold, not a lot. That's what, 3 levels for a character. There's less than 1 level's worth of training materials, which keeps that training material scarcity, which again ties back into the training material offer that's up on the website. And that's all we got going on. Now, I do believe, I don't know if it's completable for everybody. I did get the one hit monkey one, which is still weird, by the way. I can get a whole 500 credits for Daredevil Modern Orb, but I can't open at 500 credits, so why are you giving me 500 credits in there? I have no idea. I have to have 6 and 7 to get a Daredevil Modern Orb? Like, that feels like junk. This whole command center thing so far doesn't feel great. Alright, let's go look at the last... Oh, actually, we'll start here. This offer is just an offer, by the way. It's not even a milestone. You get 1 training orb as a free-to-play if you spend campaign energy, earn training orb fragments. So basically you get nothing, but they want you to spend campaign energy. I mean, I'll spend campaign energy anyways because I do it every day, but I don't even know if that hits the 40k mark. Maybe it does. You definitely have to have this part to be able to get the last part because you can't get the 60k. You can only get the 40k. So what are they doing? This is not even an event. Like, this needs to be taken away. All right, let's go back to the solo. So it was the Hit Monkey leaderboard. As you can see, I pushed, so I'm going to have milestones that are otherwise not free to play. I want that to be known. Let's dig into this. I got every milestone except 20. If you notice, 20 has the uniques. 20 has purple ISO and purple ions. That is the stuff that I was just talking about in the other one that has completely missing. We got orange gear, we got gold, training mats, we got X coins, which is G20 gear. There was no G20 gear noticed in the other one. We got, oh, why did it do that? Okay. We got teal gear. Now, teal gear for me is super not valuable, but I don't know if that's true for everybody. As you can see, I have 21,000. It doesn't matter if there's no teal gear, but it's bad for new players. Because they still need teal gear. They still need to collect it, you know, just like everybody else. They gave us none. I think that's interesting. You got L4 training. You got all this stuff. We got a little bit of gold. So we're now at like 2.5, maybe 3 million gold. We got purple ions. We got purple ISO. We got origin gear. We got catalyst gear. I think we could get up to 16 or 17. I don't remember what was free to play. I think it was 16. You guys can tell me in the comments if you want. But I think that we were able to get diamonds. We were able to get the training materials, the gold, the catalyst pieces, the origin pieces, and the X coins. So we had all kinds of things we could get in this milestones, not counting the leaderboard. You know, and then the leaderboard had stuff too. You know, if you were down here in the percentage brackets, you got diamond credits, you got G20 pieces, you got armory 18 pieces. You got none of that this week. So there's where that's at. Now, I do want to mention that the Alliance event is different. It's not exactly bad. It's just different. I think it is overall worse. But when we look at the old Alliance event, we got gold, G18s, we got red promo tickets, which ultimately become diamond credits, more gold, we got blue ions and ISO, we got G18s, gold, we got origin pieces, we got purple ISO, we got diamonds, we got catalysts and traits, we got mega gold orbs. All this was free to play. Okay, well, let's go look at the new Alliance event, the improved Alliance event, right? At least that's what you think. Um, Tier 3, nothing really valuable there. We look at this, we get some catalyst pieces, but we don't have any origin so far. We keep going. Okay, there's catalyst, but again, still no teal origin. We got a little bit of catalyst for the crimson. We got a little bit of catalyst for crimson. We have a couple 19 orbs there. But so far, not a lot of anything. We've got no origin gear this week. Now, we do get some origin gear this week. We get some briefcases and some intel. We don't get the piece that I'm short on, so that's interesting. Because we can only get up to 19 this week free to play. After that, it becomes pay to win. So we get a grand total of 2 Armory 20 orbs compared to what we were getting in the solo event last week. We're still missing some of the origin pieces. We are still missing some of the catalyst pieces. We get less than 1 piece for a mini uniques to equipped between the 2 events. So there's a severe reduction in Crimson gear, a severe reduction in 18 Armory gear, because I think they're trying to create scarcity again. They're trying to make both the Intel store and the new store feel like it has value, because they want us to spend in this store, by the way. We're supposed to spend 6,000 things. I think I bought something stupid. I bought stuff down here because it didn't matter. I've got millions of that credit. But it's not the only place we see changes going on. We also see it going on in these events too. We've seen an uptick in the amount of uniques in the battle passes. There's still not enough to equip a G20 piece, but they have ticked up. And we've seen that recently. I'm going to flip over to the Firefox real quick. And I have the battle pass pulled up from a little while ago. And when you look at Crimson Uniques, we were getting 9. We got 9 in the February battle pass. We got 0 in the March battle pass. And then we got 17 in the April one. And now we're seeing it tick up to like 20, 24, somewhere in that range, 25. Which is a nice thing to see it tick up, but I think it's coming at the cost of in-game currencies. I think they're trying to create scarcity. Because what we didn't get this week is we didn't get any diamonds. We didn't get any purple ISO. We didn't get any purple ions. We didn't get a lot of origin gear. We didn't get a lot of catalyst gear. We got very little gold, very little training materials. Because we're going to flip back over, but let's go look at the... What are they trying to sell us in the Intel store? They're trying to sell us purple ISO. They're trying to sell us training materials. They're trying to sell us T4 ability materials, and they're trying to sell us 19 and 20. They're trying to sell us diamonds, and they're trying to sell us new character shards. These are all things that are in the Intel store. Because I think they're trying to pull it all out of events to put it in the Intel store. So unless they give us a whole lot of Intel currency, I'm concerned. I'm seeing what's looking like it's going to be really, really scarce, and you're not going to be able to upgrade your characters. Because if it continues like we're seeing right now, you're going to run out of stuff. Some sooner than others. And if you run out of stuff, let's look at what happens if you don't have enough stuff to upgrade something. Let's click on this Overpower 3 character. So, Purple ISO 5 is not in the game. Gear Tier 20, well, can't have that if you don't have 105, okay. So you need training materials. Oh, Purple ISO 3, well, if you don't have ions and ISOs, you're not upgrading that. Okay, well, if you don't have Gear Tier 19, which if you're out of uniques, you won't have that. Oh, you might be able to get to rank 7. You might be able to get to rank 7 against those Overpower 11 characters that are absolutely stomping you in all game modes. How's that going to feel, guys? Does that feel fun? That's kind of where I'm thinking this game's going right now, is I think they're trying to create some artificial scarcity, and I think they're doing it through this Intel store that was supposed to be an upgrade, and they're doing it through Overpower, and I think they're not telling us any of this. And the best part about Overpower is we're not even noticing this because Overpower is so miserably terrible. It's so not fun playing in Overpower that they're pushing all these bad changes, and all we're talking about is Overpower. And I think Overpower is that bad, by the way. It's not. Don't get me wrong. I think this system is horrible. I think it does nothing good for the game. It makes the game feel absolutely terrible. But all of a sudden, if you don't have uniques to equip your characters, if you don't have minis to put on your characters, I'm in a better shape than a lot of people. I have 1,000 minis to, with a surplus and work through to get through that. But I'm not willing to buy G19s in the Intel store. To me, G19's the old currency. It's done. It's already should be the starting point for most people. But they don't seem to agree. They seem to think it's 18. 18's the starting point. 19's still supposed to be like scarce, and G20's like supposed to be mega scarce. And I think that's going to be a disconnect for people. Because right now, like, I don't even think like overpower. If you're overpower 9, if this character takes damage, I don't feel like he's even playable. There's very few characters. If you notice, I play at overpower 9 and 10. Look, I'm pretty deep in my roster right now. These are characters I don't care if they die. I don't have a use for them. I'm not playing them. It ends very quickly. You start seeing overpower 10s like right here. I probably got 50 overpower 10s. Like, when you start getting down these teal characters, I don't even consider these usable characters. As you can see, my teal roster is very, very tiny, for a reason. Because when you get down this deep, there's nothing playable. It insta dies. Between the stat creep into the overpower into all the other stuff going on. So if they're expecting us to play in teal gear, the game's dead. I'm really starting to think that they have a dead date for this game. I'm starting to wonder if the changes that they have to do for the gaming commission in Europe is the dead date for this game, and they're trying to just milk it for all it's worth and just cater to the super top end. Because right now, I play pretty high. As you can, and I'll show you. I mean, I'm top. I think I'm 2,000 rated in Crucible right now. Something like I'm 2015 Masters 3. I'm top 150 or 200 or something like that. I'm 148. I was beating Xavier characters yesterday. And I don't feel like the game's catered to me. I think it's catered to the very, very tippy top. I think they are. I'm starting to wonder if there's a drop dead date for this game. I'm starting to think that, why do we still have bugs going on in Season 14? Why is Kahori still taking 10 terms? Do they no longer have devs? Is it time to move on? Is this game at that point? It's kind of why I've slowed down on making content for this game, because I'm kind of concerned about the health of the game. Right now, they're not showing me any signs that the game is getting better. Why did it take them multiple years to put out a new store economy? Why did it take us complaining about it? Why is it taking us complaining about Old Man Logan being missing for Old Man Logan to come to the game? Why is it when there's bugs in the game, it takes them months to fix it? Why are we making game modes for 500 people with the Omega Dimension? Why are we doing the things we're doing right now? To me, it screams that the game is shrinking extremely fast. I just in my cluster alone, we've seen 11 alliances disappear. I think we had 33 alliances in January, and now we have like 21, something like that. It's substantial. So let me know what you guys think. I'm not ready to be done with this game yet, but I'm starting to get concerned. I'm starting to see extreme fall off, and I'm starting to see signs that the game is not moving in a good direction. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk again soon, and we'll keep you updated on what goes on in the game. Right now, I'm kind of thinking we're moving in a really bad direction.